Sup?
Boom. What's up, man?
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm fucking not super enthusiastic about the rest of what I got to do today, but
Why?
I'm
What do you got to
happy right
do?
now. My porch, like the porch rail.
Yeah.
So I started painting it yesterday.
Once you start, you can't stop.
You can't stop. Nope.
Yeah.
And so I'm not done with it because like it's it has all the pillars and my porch is pretty long. So the rail is 115 feet of rail for the top, 115 feet for the bottom, and all the spindles in between, plus all the pillars. And I was like, well, that'll use like a gallon of paint, right? So I was like, well, I'll get two. But because it's a historic home and you want to get the good paint, so I can pressure wash it and it'll end up to the sun and stuff because who knows how long it's been since it's been painted, is $100 a can of paint.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yep. Yeah. We just had the two posts on our front porch replaced and like the two pillars. And now they're the hardy board and you've got to use like a paint for like concrete. And it was like $65 for the gallon, which I dropped on my foot and the top popped off and the paint went everywhere, all over the drop cloth. And I was stuck and I was like standing there with the paint, like just my feet were like submerged in it. I froze for about 5 seconds and then real quick reached down. I have one of those hand buckets, for the little paintbrush to go in and out. And I just started scooping and pouring it back in. I got about 80-90% of the paint back into the gallon thing, which is great. Awesome. But then I couldn't, all the paint was like on that drop cloth and it wasn't seeping out anywhere else, but I had to hurry up and get off the porch, but I couldn't step because my feet were submerged in paint. So I had to do an Olympic hurdle over the bushes and down 3 steps and land in the grass. I almost wiped out, but I did do it. And then I had to hop over and try to get the hose and rinse off because the paint is such a thick paint. I can't have footprints all over the rest of anyway.
You got to tuck and roll when you hit the ground going running, man.
Our ring camera on the porch is not working right now, and that would have been a great one to have caught.
That would have been. I almost dropped. It's funny you say that. I almost dropped the can of paint. Like I popped it and I was like, I'll set it on this little ledge that's 30% of the fucking can. I was like, it'll be fine. Yep. And it immediately went. And I was like, ooh, and I caught it. And I was like, oh, that was so close.
Yep. Yeah, no, I didn't have a so close moment. Mine shit actually wiped out, but it's good. And I didn't even realize I have a bruise on my foot from where that. Like I was so in like, there's paint everywhere. This did not just happen.
Yeah, it's paint everywhere. The joys of home ownership. We're arguing with our insurance right now over our roof.
That's fun.
It is horrible. It is horrible because it's like some of the shingles in the back blew up, and we have the leak in the girls' room.
I feel like you should let everybody know, like, to put a picture in their head, like you have an old Victorian 1800s historical home. Like it's very
high ceilings in every room, and it's technically 3 stories, but like because they're high ceilings, it's more like a 4-story home or more. Yeah. And so
plus the basement high. Makes it.
Plus the basement, but that's all underground. So counting from the ground up, it's pretty high up there. I mean, it's high. Yeah. And the girls' room,
detailed.
It's very detailed.
It's not a generic roof. Like
no, it's one of a kind.
Yeah.
And the girls have what's called a witch's hat, whatever. It's Queen Anne style, so it has one round room and a corner. And
which I think a lot of people think of it as like a princess room.
Yeah,
curves,
yes, princess room. Think of like a princess tower. That's what their room in the tower looks like. So there's been wind damage on that tower. And we're like, okay, well, we have very good insurance. We have a lot of insurance because like we could never rebuild this home. Like it's just not a possibility. No, it'd be astronomical. So we have heavy insurance policies and we have insurance on everything. We have lots of toys. So we call our insurance out, and because of all the flood, I suspect this, right? Like no one has said it to my face, at least that works for the insurance company directly and is willing to say it. But all the claims that had happened in Appalachia, right? Because of the flooding and all that, they're fighting tooth and nail on anything and everything that has to do, which is ridiculous because I understand how insurance companies work. They take your premium, and insurance companies act as a bank. They invest and loan that money out. And because they act as a bank, they can borrow against the money they have deposited from your premiums. So they're getting 5 to 10 to 1 on every dollar I pay them. So they've made millions off of me. You know what I mean? Like, no problem.
Crazy.
And I'm like, all right, so my roof's going to be, 20 to 30 grand, something like that. Nope. It's like, we'll give you $125. I was like, what about the damage on the inside? We'll have to send a different assessor for that, but maybe another $100. Like, that is cut so to go around the round room inside the girls, because it goes all the way up, it doesn't have a regular ceiling, it goes to the top. And the sheetrock is some kind of special sheetrock that's curved. And they're like, no, we could just paint that. That'll be fine. Like, we can't, interestingly enough. Like, that's not how this works at all. I'm like, well, we think it is. So that's what it's good. And so, like, it's crazy. We're getting quotes from other people, and we're trying to do the right, because once you bring in lawyers, everybody stops talking, and now it will take forever to get paid, and we'll have to sue them. And looking at the history, this particular insurance company that's what they're doing. They're making people take them to court. Like, at a certain level, states need to step in with these insurance companies, especially with shit like this, and be like, all right, well, we're going to rule in favor of the homeowner. And since you were trying to deny them and rob them, we're going to hold you for fraud of product. And instead of like the local guy getting arrested, you need to have the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. And this is the only way things like this will change until this happens. Issue arrest warrants for the CEOs and C-suite executives of insurance companies and states. Because the day they walk into Milwaukee and be like, okay, blankety blank insurance company, your entire C-suite is now facing felony fraud charges on multiple cases in Tennessee. We're arresting you with the U.S. Marshals and extraditing you. You're facing 20 years each. Until you do that, insurance companies will not pay you.
Well, that sounds like a fair world, and we don't live in a fair world.
We do not. So I don't know when this is going to air, but the happenings of yesterday show that it's not a fair world, and it's a very sad, tragic world. Yeah,
you're referring to Charlie Kirk.
I'm referring to Charlie Kirk and his wife and 2 kids she no longer has a husband, and they no longer have a father, because he was having peaceful discussions of ideas other people didn't like. He was using words that they didn't like.
Well, he was smarter than a lot of people, and they didn't like that.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, when you watch all the people that are the most triggered by him are not near as smart as he is, and they just got shut down. The
fallacy behind what's going on. Like, if you watch certain venues and I've stopped watching social media. I don't like that one side uses it or the other side uses it. He's a 31-year-old dude. You and I are both far past that. And he started a family right around when I started a family. I know what it's like to be that age and have 2 young kids and a wife, and you're just trying to, and now she doesn't have him. And those kids are never going to know their dad, but they're going to be haunted by him forever because he's everywhere on social media.
Yeah.
Like, that is something I can't imagine.
And it's an extreme case for them too, because they're not, they didn't just lose their father. She didn't just lose her husband. The entire world has an opinion about it.
Yeah.
When it's not,
Yeah. TMZ, they were live talking about it, and most of the staff in the back started cheering and clapping when they found out that he was pronounced dead, live on camera.
Yeah. It's just like, messed up in any situation.
What is wrong? Like, this guy's, he's gone. Everything he was ever going to be, everything it's gone now. And the callousness that I find pervades the world is just sickening, and when we stop talking, the only option left is violence, and violence only stops when we start talking again. Between that and that 20-year-old girl, and it is, I don't know, man. I don't know what's so broken with people. That this is the route it goes to. In my hometown, there was a kid that was killed at a party, shot at a party.
Yeah, and that just happened a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. It's like, what are children doing walking around with people like, it's the firearms fault? It's like, I can see your argument, right? Like, we can have that discourse on argument of why that you would think that. But the reality is, if a 17-year-old kid's carrying around a Glock, where did he get the Glock? Where are his parents? Why is he out at 4:30 in the morning? Well, there's a lot of other factors that have fallen here.
Yeah.
It's We had the Catholic school shooting not long ago. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. It's easy to get angry. Angry is easy. But, today we're recording this on 9/11. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's another whole thing. It's just, at what point can we act civilized? And I get it's a rhetorical question. There's no answer because the reality is the human history. The individual can be civilized, but the mass groups cannot on either side of this equation. Until you recognize bad actors for what they are and you want to have an open dialogue, which it doesn't seem like we can have. Because this is something else that's interesting. This is something that I think the people who are cheering for Charlie Kirk to be dead, which is unbelievable. I would never cheer for someone to be dead who has a different political ideology to me.
No.
And you've known me long enough that I don't take joy in any. Like that's not.
No.
We talk. We use words. We use ideas.
Let's debate. Let's communicate.
Let's
Let's share our ideas because we all
Yeah.
come from a different perspective. We all have different
Exactly.
experiences. We're all getting information from different avenues. So for all of us to think and believe exactly the same as one another is impossible.
Yeah, and it's not the way of things. Like, but here's the thing: when you admit your opponent's ideas are superior, when you get angry and turn to violence, because nobody kills people over lies, and nobody dies for lies. People kill each other over the truth. Because when you hit that wall and someone's danced around your argument and you have been proven to be wrong, you have one of two options to take. Is like, all right, I don't have enough information. I'm going to have to come back to this, but I will think about what you said because as it stands right now, you got me. Like, you might be right here. And that's.
Let me go think on this. Let me go do some research. Let me go. Yeah.
But if you go straight to this murderous rage or cheering for the death of anyone, then you have proven that whatever it is they were saying that you didn't like, they were right.
Yeah.
Because it's driven you beyond rationale. That is not a rational action that we take in this type of society with one another. So, yeah. It and the thing is, like, this is something that conservative movement that Charlie Kirk was a part of and really a key to is huge right now. It's something that's really not talked in the media. You have this huge move back to churches. You have this huge move among young people back to conservative values and family values, and that's just kind of where it's going. This action is not going to stop that. This action is going to radicalize that in a way none of us are going to be happy about. Like this is not the path we need to take, but I don't see a way to stop it at this point anymore. And it is what it is. It's a tragedy. It's all going to play out. A lot of people are talking about it. And it's just sad. It's just sad because I see him as a dad and a father who's not there, right? Like I can't.
Yeah. My heart goes out to his wife, to his kids, to his family.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's this isn't right. There's no way to twist this and make it right. This is completely wrong. And from what I understand, do they even have the suspect? Because this morning I tried to do a little research, and honestly, I kept hearing things both ways.
So, my inexpert opinion, it was probably a rooftop shot with a rifle. And there's a lot of video evidence that came out that there's a very curious person. The gentleman they did arrest made a very large scene when it happened, almost like a distraction, who was quickly released and extradited by federal authorities.
Oh, not suspicious.
Well, I also believe has an Israeli passport. And Charlie Kirk had voiced that he was very worried that Israel was going to try and smack him because of some of the stuff he's saying. He's like, hey, you shouldn't be, like, countries shouldn't be able to lobby our congressmen individually. You shouldn't be able to send them on these vacations. You shouldn't, like, all these people that were tied to Epstein, all that, like, all of this comes in. And we have nation states acting as personal bad actors and assassinating people in the U.S. And at some point we have to address that. Whatever that means to you listening, do your own research, look into it yourself. But things won't change until they change. And unfortunately, I think this is going to be, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out in time, but this is a catalyst for something. This is people are saying things that they're not saying before. Before it was like, man, we need to pray for these people. Like, what's going on? Now it's, we've tolerated this behavior long enough.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to act.
Yeah. Which is a little scary.
It's fucking terrifying. It is terrifying. The implications of that is, again, we can look at historical record. You motivate certain groups of people to do certain things, and then other people groups on this planet no longer exist. You know, it's a terrifying thing. It's a terrifying thing. It holds a lot of gravity. And I don't know what the right answer is. Maybe it is time for some kind of reaction. Maybe it is time for people to, I mean, I would definitely say that. You know, that little girl who's 20 years old, God bless her. She was 20.
They talk about the girl on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working a fucking pizza job.
And that was just a hate crime against women. Is that what that was?
And
was that because I've do what?
Because,
and skin color?
And skin color. Because he was walking around talking about how he just killed the white bitch. That didn't make the news though, but you can see the footage. Hell, the whole thing barely made the news. And I looked at her and I see one of my middle daughters. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, she's just working a fucking job, man. Yeah. This guy's been released 14 times on violent felony offenses. We have to hold these judges who are doing this accountable. I would love to see that. I would love to see the judge who released him last face manslaughter charges. Felony manslaughter. Do some fucking time.
Yeah.
This political activism from a judge bench that is supposed to be blind to such things, and now it is solely for the purpose of politics, is insane. Like, yeah. It and I know your background with this, like the court system is supposed to be the unbiased last backstop of rationale, of right and wrong, blind to whatever it is. Let's look at this. Let's no, that's
no, but it's not. It's not. It's who do you know?
It's who you know.
It's who you know, and how much money do you have, and who do you got in your corner to bail you out, and who owes you one, and you know whose daddy knows who else's daddy, and
yep.
I mean that's the real world we live in. That was my experience in the courts. It's still who do you know? I mean, to be fair, like if I have a family member right now get in trouble and need some help, I'm gonna stop and think, who do I know? Who do I know that knows somebody else? Like, well, that's in my mind. That's how they're gonna get a fair deal in court. Is who do we know? Who can get us the best deal in court? And that's not fair.
That's not fair. That's and the opposite side of that, right? The snapback to that is these political judges that are just enacting their own will. Like letting this guy go. So he tried to stab his sister. He tried to, assault a cop. He tried, like, what are we not doing here? Like, at what point did you draw this? This isn't a speeding ticket to get out of. You know what I mean? But again, it's the opposite side of the same coin. As long as people have unnatural and unfair pool, you're going to have these other judges who fight back against that by letting the judges of society, because their own twisted whatever, instead of just the law is the law. And again, we're all human, right? We're all human. We all fall short. And that's how we go through these things. But man, it hits hard, man. That little girl, when I watched that video, I just thought of my middle daughter. She looks a lot like her.
Yeah.
And when I see this Charlie Kirk, I think of where I was at that age. Young father.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, to be fair, that's how we're supposed to be able to be in this country. We're supposed to be able to have opinions and free speech and be able to voice them and share them and debate with people and explain our side and listen to their side. That's what we're supposed to be able to do. Not get mad and take them out because we don't agree.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, I've heard plenty of ridiculousness in my lifelong of loving to provoke and debate with people. Some have definitely changed my mind. It's like, I never thought about it like that. I will. I'm gonna think about that. But I've never been so enraged as to be like, oh, I gotta silence this person from ever speaking to anyone on this again because they're right.
I mean, like when you think of all the known child predators out there, and all the convicted felons that have been released, and all the people that we know are bad people out there, and nobody's attacking them. Nobody's just some man with a wife and 2 kids who's out there, and he's not afraid to give his opinion and try to help other people understand where he's coming from. That's who gets taken out.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a whole list of other people that could have gone first,
Yeah, wood chipper's running, man. Wood chipper's running.
I mean, jeez.
Why are we wasting it on this guy?
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, but that says something about the state of this world, right? That says something. If you're some young man, a young father who's like, hey, I think America should be for Americans, and I think Jesus Christ is the way, and I'm going to share my faith, and I'm going to share my political opinions, and they're going to blow your head off. But if you're raping little kids, and you're murdering, and you're cutting the heads off women, and you're beating people in the streets and carjacking them and shooting up schools, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
There was a case in Colorado of this young college co-ed. It didn't make any news. I can pull the story up, but it just fucking break your heart. And they referred to her as a Swiftie, huge Taylor Swift fan. This little cute, blonde, bubbly, whatever. Multiple time released felon out of Colorado with no bail, no bond, where they just kind of let him out. Breaks into her house. She does not survive, and then he goes on a shopping spree with her credit cards callously the next day.
Wow.
Stalked her, followed her.
I mean, that's everywhere too.
It's everywhere. But here's the thing. Why is that not on the news?
It does surprise me what goes in the news and what doesn't. Things that they feel like if there's an agenda, if it can help somebody, then it gets in the news.
Yes. The news is crafted to elicit a response. Mm-hmm. Like MSNBC reported after Charlie Kirk was shot, and they can go fuck themselves.
They reported what?
MSNBC reported, like, before they found out Charlie Kirk was dead, that he'd been shot. They and it's not everywhere, because you have to go to X or Instagram. You have to go anywhere that isn't mainstream media, right? Because mainstream media doesn't want to talk about it. The MSNBC had theorized that it was a supporter shooting off their gun in support that accidentally hit him.
What?
That's not a joke. And then their whole thing was, well, live by the sword, die by the sword. If you report this, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What soulless creature are you at this point?
Yeah. I do think in the last 24 hours, there have been a lot of people they're running their mouth. They're going to have to go back on that, and they're going to have to make some apologies. Some people are speaking out that don't realize everybody is not on their side. This is not. There's a lot of that. It's heartless.
Yeah, I mean, what did he say that you hit? Like, when TMZ cheered, that clip has gotten saved and it's getting shared. And the thing is, alternative media and podcasts are the media now. Nobody gives a fuck what Fox or CNN or MSNBC or whoever says, because you're all full of shit.
Yeah, you get your news from TikTok before you freaking turn on the TV.
Yeah, and it's interesting that a lot of these, like, let's speak of TikTok, right? Because that's a big thing for us. Is on TikTok, there's different people that are saving all these accounts of people cheering. And you can see, like, when I see all the, like, I'm going to sound old, I guess. There's certain telltale markers. I am old. You're right. You're older, and you will always be. But
smarter too.
Ned, are you?
Wiser, maybe not smarter, asshole, but
so
head's bigger.
Yeah, I have a giant head. Like, I'm looking for my Halloween costume, and it's like the size of the head, the circumference for the right thing that'll fit is hard to find. It's like, I got to change my idea what I wanted.
Yep.
But the people that are cheering, like, I see certain telltale markers, and I guess that's just me getting older and just, being judgmental, calling it what it is. People are like, well, can't judge a book by its cover. You know what?
Experience of life, sort of. Yeah.
Sometimes you can.
Yep.
You got
to go with what you know. Yep.
Yeah, my index card of experience would say I might be wrong, and if I am, I'll apologize. I'm
Yep.
fine with that.
Yep.
But I'm
probably
probably
not.
not. Probably not.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool. That's just, that's XYZ. You're so anyway, I see these indicators and I know before they open their mouth, I'm like, I know exactly what this is going to be. And it is. And I'm just like, man. And then some of those videos that I saw another person on another social media platform. And they're like, oh, just so these never go away and we can always remember who these people are. And they're like screen grabbing everything, videos, and like, you're fucked. You're fucked. This isn't like, oh, you had a different political opinion, we're going to ruin you. It's like, nobody really does that anymore. That's a thing of the past. Thank Christ. That is a thing of the past. That was always stupid. But you're cheering for the death of a young man who just had a widowed wife and orphan children.
Yeah.
That's evil. And you know what? A lot of these people are very young, and they obviously are. Like this one chick, I checked out her other videos. She's probably got an IQ of 85. Like, it's not her fault. She's going with what the trends that she follows are telling her. I hope as she grows up in intelligence and sobers up to the reality of the world, she'll be like, what the fuck was I thinking? And I think that's a lot of people. I think it's a lot of people. It's easy to be impassioned when you're young about whatever it is you believe, or to cheer on the harshness. But I know that the shit she's saying now will follow her for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this, there's some people that are not going to let this slide, and they have a much bigger platform than she could ever dream to.
Yeah.
So.
And the internet is scary because it doesn't go away. It's always there. It finds you. And the groups of people that gather and come together and make it a mission to destroy your life because, hey, they got to do it to somebody. So, hey, let's pick this person this week. And it's a little terrifying.
Those are just people, like people who go out to do that. I think the more dangerous ones, and it are the ones that are doing it right now. Not that they're dangerous in the wrong way. I understand why they're doing it. I get it. An example needs to be made. Unfortunately, these people are going to be the example. And maybe we can bring back some humanity. I doubt it. But it has a cost. Words have a cost. They have power. Ideas have power.
Yeah.
And passions overrun people. You know, what is it? The Ted Lasso show, which I liked. I think there's a quote from Ted Lasso. I hope all of us are either judged by our best moment or our weakest moment. You know, like, yeah, everybody, like if I'm judged by my weakest moment, you know, with my particular faith and my faith in Christ, like I'm judged guilty every day. But there's hope, right? I can just see a lot of things playing out in a way that is uncontrollable, and it breaks my heart for everyone, for the world, for us, for my kids.
Yeah.
We're so close to violence. And I don't even think most people, a lot of these people saying shit like this have no idea what violence is or how close they are to it. And if we can't slow the train, we're getting there. But after yesterday, I don't know how we can slow the train. Because that was the one thing that guy was talking about. You know, he's talking about like, no, we need to use words. We need to use ideas. We need to talk. And he said it multiple times, and it's an old quote. You know, again, and I've said it here, and I'll say it 1,000 other times if you listen to us for any time, is violence only starts when the conversation stops. Once we stop talking,
yeah,
we're gonna start slaughtering each other. And we only stop slaughtering each other when we start talking again. We have to keep talking.
Well, we have to educate each other too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the talking stops when people don't know what else to say, and so they just go with their emotion because they've not been educated enough to express their thoughts and their feelings and their side of things, and so they've been taught to fight.
I don't know. I don't know. The people that are spouting aren't taught to fight. They're just emotionally reacting to something. Because I think when this is why I believe a lot of people struggle with is when you're wrong. or the logical argument that you're facing, you know the person's right. But you can't admit that. That's, I think, where we fall down. People from either side can't admit when we need to be able to. We need to be able to take that and take a hard look at ourselves.
That's how
or
a
our belief
conversation
system.
goes.
Exactly.
I mean, it's two-sided. There's give and take.
Yeah. Let's change it to something peppier. Fuck. I can't keep talking about that. That's just,
whoa, let's talk about the Harriman Hospital. Let's talk about our ghost hunt.
We had a ghost hunt? What are you talking about?
Dude. What'd you think? Was it fun?
I had fun.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
I did. I
was excited for you.
Why for me? Because I've never done it before?
Correct.
Yeah, I honestly, I was excited about it, but looking, because I'm the one, going through all this footage and everything, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my golly, I am such a dork, because I was so like, I don't know, just wired, like just live wired to the whole thing. Like, I don't just walk slow, I'm like walking fast, and I'm like, it's just kind of funny to look back and see now. But
to be fair,
you're all cool and calm and
well, I'm like, part of it is right. Like, you're excited. I knew you were excited, and I knew you were nervous, and I knew you were scared. And I was like, I'm just going to be consistent. I'm going to walk through this. I've been going through a lot of shit. I got to be careful. I got to guard myself here. And I was like, I'm just going to let Amy fucking run wild, because I know she's never done anything like this. So let's do this. And that was my goal, because there were sometimes I was like, oh, I'm scared as shit. But I was like, if I start freaking out, she's gonna freak out. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that goes nowhere good fast.
What are we gonna do? Run in different directions and get lost? It's 200,000 square feet. We're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, that place was huge. It was huge. It was dark. Like some of the footage I was just going over this morning was when we stopped, because we were live the whole time. And so like when we stopped to show everybody how dark it was, we turned all our lights off. Like, I'm just watching and I'm like, turn the lights back on. That's creepy. But we have so much footage from this. Like, I cannot wait until October, and we can just start posting and sharing all this stuff, because it is cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that's something we talked about, like the future events. Like, we'll have an extra camera or two, you know what I mean? Like, how we'll have more footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're also, I mean, this is not, I don't have a degree in editing or anything, so this is not, I'm not a cinematographer. I'm not got a degree in criminal justice. It's not really helping me with my computer skills here, but it was fun. And even if our footage is not the best, it's very interesting. It's very authentic. It's real.
It's real.
It's real. Yeah. And I mean, it's exciting. I'm excited for the next one. Like, I'm excited to go through all this still, because we're still working on it, but I'm also excited about the next thing we do. And
you mean the vampire hunt in New Orleans?
Yes. Yes. I actually spent time last night. I was researching. I'm like, all right, where? So obviously we got to go stay in the French Quarter. Okay, we got to stay in the French Quarter. We got I was like trying to research because I know we're going to be walking around and we're going to like take the whole place in, but also where we sleep that night, I think I would like it to be as creepy as possible. I think it would be cool. So I was researching all the haunted hotels and trying to find, some are just outside of the price budget, because just for the two of us, we don't need a 13-room old haunted mansion.
No, that's nuts. There's a good hotel down there. I'll text you that I know I've stayed at a couple times. Like, that's an option. Airbnb, I don't know. It depends on, like, Airbnb for me. Where's it come in on the cleaning fees and all that stuff they try and grab you on the way out with? You know what I mean? Because then you're just like, what? I'm just getting the hotel, man. Yeah. But New Orleans would be fun to have an Airbnb. So yeah, we'll figure that out. But so if you're listening now, whenever this shows is in, I'm sure we'll talk about it many other times.
Yeah.
We're going to New Orleans to hunt vampires. We're going to find a vampire.
We're going to try to find a
We're going to find a vampire. We'll find a vampire. We're going to find someone who says they're a vampire. Even if I got to slip a 20 in a homeless guy's pocket, we're going to find a vampire.
Yep.
But no, I mean, it's gonna be fun, right? Like it's all the stories of vampires. How come no one's out there trying to talk to a vampire?
Yeah, I mean that's really where this is coming from. Like, you know what? Everybody says that they're there, and everybody has these stories. Let's go do a little research for ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I want to call it Interview with a Vampire, but I get a feeling Anne Rice would sue the shit out of us. She seems she's kind of that way. You know?
I think she's got a little more money than we do too. So.
Yeah. She just, she yeah, I think she would do that.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. I fucking hope I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna hunt a vampire in New Orleans.
Yeah, I know it's silly, but it sounds fun.
Who gives a shit? It's gonna be fun. New Orleans is a creepy place. It's a creepy ass place.
I kind of like in my mind, like I'm excited for the moment we're actually there and we like come across our very first homeless person or just whatever, somebody who's been there for a long time. And I can't wait to see their face when we're like, hey, so where the vampires at?
Tell me about these vampires. For real?
Because I legitimately think that, we're going to get laughed at and we're going to get shunned. But we're also going to get a few people that are like, well, if you make two lefts and they're right.
So there's a vampire speakeasy. Definitely have to
cool.
hit it.
Yeah.
There's the vampire, like a coffee store / like the vampire shop. That's got to be the first stop.
For
right?
sure. We'll do the vampire touristy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Like all that shit.
Because how do we not?
How do we not?
Yeah.
It'll be a fun live stream too, because we can live stream on the way down.
Yep.
And on the way back from that. So that'll be good for our numbers.
I mean, maybe if people want to, while we're driving, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll just talk shit the whole time. That's what we do.
No, we definitely will go live when we're there.
Oh yeah.
We can check the cemetery. Some of those cemeteries are so cool.
I will make sure to bring my gun.
I think they lock them up though. Honestly,
At night?
I think
yes.
Yeah, they're gated and they. Yeah.
And even in the daytime, you need to be careful there. They're fucking sketchy. Those places are sketchy. New Orleans is a dangerous town. I've never not been to New Orleans when someone didn't get fucked up or dead. Not saying I'm a serial killer. It's just a coincidence that I happen to be there and that happens.
Yeah.
That you can prove.
Yeah. Now, the very first time my husband and I went to New Orleans, we stayed for a couple of days and we stayed at one of those really old, nice hotels right down on Bourbon Street. And we got separated. I don't remember whatever. We both had been drinking. This was back when Mike used to drink. And we were both drinking. We got separated and we didn't have phones or anything like that. So like we wound up just going back to our hotel. And fortunately, as I'm there, he comes around the corner and sees me and both of us. It was like, oh my God, you're still here. It was terrifying because it is a creepy place. It's not somewhere you don't go alone. I don't wake up in the morning and go down the street to the store by myself because it's still just as dangerous at 9 o'clock in the morning as it is at 9 o'clock at night. Like you don't.
I know and bad things happen to people. I know a young man in college that he quit college because of something that happened to him in New Orleans on one of those back alleys.
Was he just like there visiting in New Orleans or was he there?
He was there with his frat and they were doing their frat party and he met a young lady. They went outside. Young lady was not a young lady. Young lady was armed. And things happened that he quit school. And I talked to him like 10 years later. I was like, hey, man,
I thought you were going to say young lady was not a young lady. She was
No, she was a man.
Oh, she was a man.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
And it came out afterwards that like during because he disappeared. Like my buddy told me he do disappear. I'm not giving this name. I'm not doing that to him. But he like disappeared in the middle of the party. I'm like, what? And because I knew this guy, right? I wasn't a member of the frat, never been not a fraternity guy, but all my friends were. And I knew this dude, cool dude.
Were you on this trip?
No.
With them? Okay.
No. If I was, I wouldn't have let him walk off by himself. I'm not that.
Yeah.
I'm not that way. I'm more of a herding animal. Like when I'm with my friend, everybody stay together. It's like, don't fuck around here.
Yeah.
This is not the place.
Yeah.
And I love New Orleans, but it is dangerous. It is dangerous. And anyway, yeah, something you can let your mind run wild. And bad things happen to him. And he was a heterosexual, straight young male. And that was a hard thing for him. And due to shame and the assault, and he went home, left college, and it took him a long time to pull it back together. As it would to anyone who had something like that happen, male or female, whatever. Like it So
I mean, that could just as easily happen in Las Vegas or
I'm sure it does.
yeah.
I'm sure it does. And that's the thing, like men are better targets because we don't report that. Yeah. So it's a day like we were there one time for a bachelor party, and we were at was it the House of Blues? The Blues, yeah. And like in line, we're pow 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 pow. Some people ran by, and we're like, "Do we panic?" And my buddies are like, "Oh, let's just be still for a second." And everyone like, "Man, it stopped." They just kept drinking, kept going. Yeah.
Nobody got hit. Let's keep going.
I remember another time I was there. I walked into like one of the super touristy places that sell all the gator heads and beads and all that shit. You know what I mean? And I was getting gifts for my wife. I was coming back as another bachelor party. And as I walked outside, blood everywhere. And I'm just like, whoa. And some dude who was sitting on the corner walked in. He's like, yeah, he's like smoking a cigarette. He's like, some dude just got dead. I was like, what? And you could just see the blood running. Like he's trying to get help. He ain't getting no help.
What
you got $1? You know, like, I'm just like, yeah, oh, fuck, did you do it?
That's the guy we need to ask about vampires.
That's the street people in New Orleans are a different breed.
They are
a different breed. Dude, I was maybe in there 15 minutes. Like, what the fuck happened out here? Yeah, we were at another bar and a dude got a beer bottle smashed in his face. Like I got some wild stories from there. I love New Orleans. I think it's interesting. I respect that it's dangerous, and I used to go down there with my buddies and just get wasted right when I was younger, when I still drank. And it's shortly like after that first trip and the shooting thing, after that, I never really got like loose there. Like, oh, we'll have a couple, and then it's just like, let's fun. Let's see all the insanity of that. Let's just people watch from the top. Let's mingle, and this is going to be great. But keep your shit together. You know what I mean? Keep your shit together.
Yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel for sure. It's not a place where you can let your guard down. Somebody's got to be watching out for you.
It's dangerous.
Yeah,
it is a dangerous place, especially if you walk out of the lighted area.
And then you add those. What are they? Hurricanes.
Yeah.
What's that drink that they? What's that drink that's like
hand grenades?
Hand grenades. There you go.
Oh, or those atomic cherries.
See, I think why I said hurricane is the dueling piano bar. They do the big, huge hurricanes and the big fancy.
Well, yeah, there's a couple places down there that run their own version of hurricanes. The hand grenades you can get refilled. They got stands so often. You're just like, oh my god. Yeah, those things will wreck you. I think it's going to be interesting me going down now because I mean, I still will have a drink every now and then, but I'm not a drinker anymore. I don't like how I feel the next day. I've just kind of moved past that, so it's going to be interesting, I think, from that perspective.
Yeah,
but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, especially because we'll have a purpose. Right, like we're gonna have a purpose. We need to find about the vampires. So you'll be hunting during the day, and then you go hunting at night. Like that's when the interviews will get wild.
I mean, pretty much, yeah, all day. Like,
yeah.
I mean, what are we gonna like? What is the plan? You think? Like,
I'm thinking like
at the we go on a Friday night or something.
Yeah, I'm like thinking something like that. Yeah,
come back on Sunday. Like have all day Saturday, because we get up there Friday night.
Yeah,
if we're able to.
Oh yeah, I mean we can if we leave early Friday morning, like just drive down there. Like it's not a problem.
Yeah,
it's not a long drive. I've made it many a time.
Can you get away from the kiddos and stuff on a Friday?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Because if we do that, then we can come back Sunday, and then that's it. We'd have all day. We'd have Friday night, Saturday night, and all day Saturday to hunt.
Yeah, it'll. That's it. I mean, Saturday will be the good. I mean, Saturday's an active day down there. You know, it's. Yeah. Friday night will be wild. Saturday night will be wild.
And we're looking at the middle of November.
Yes.
Right.
Let's not give dates because I don't know when this is going out. You never know what people are going to do. But
just
weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm super pumped. This is going to be fun. Yeah. I think we're going to get some wild interviews. I think it's going to be
funny. It's going to be very entertaining at the least. I mean,
I'm curious like, so I've been looking into this as well, and there's some stories down there that seem, and there's some interesting stories. There are interesting stories with interesting credibility, whether it be serial killers or, Saint Germain that was down there that just keeps popping up. You know what I mean? The different with those brothers, and then that chick who is this, like, it's just like, whoa. And once we do that, I think, given a little more time, obviously in between, kind of like we're doing now, we should hit Savannah and go down there and find some like voodoo practitioners, because there's a lot of that in Savannah, like Gullah ancestry worship, all that kind of stuff. And yeah.
Well, they got voodoo in New Orleans too, though. They got there's
Savannah,
but I don't know that we can get. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is with like that aspect, like, yes, I'm sure there's that in New Orleans, and they talk about it in the swamps, but Savannah is like, you deep in that country, deep in it, and it's right
I've not
there.
Been to Savannah.
Never.
I've never been there.
The graveyard. So that'll be we'll need to plan a couple days.
Or Charleston. Trip. I've never.
Charleston's sketchy. I just came back from Charleston. Charleston's sketchy, and it is unbelievably haunted. Savannah's unbelievably haunted. New Orleans unbelievably haunted, and I'm still in a pretty vulnerable state. Like, I probably shouldn't have gone to Charleston, but it was my wife's birthday, so it's like I definitely went.
Yeah.
And I had some side effects. I've had side effects. So, but talk about those side effects on another podcast. That's a longer story. But Charleston's interesting. It's good food. I don't know what the hell we would do in Charleston other than like a ghost hunt or something. And eat good food, but it's a college town. It's still just a very active town, where Savannah and New Orleans, especially those aspects of it, like historic Savannah, like the Savannah proper, the historic district, is kind of set aside. Yeah. You know what I mean? But there's also a voodoo, like Gullah Native African ancestor worship community. I believe it's just north of Charleston and just south of Charleston, just north of Savannah. Like, they have their own community. Like, if we like, what I'll suggest later is like,
would we be welcome there though?
Amy, these are the descendants of slaves. Why wouldn't they be happy to see white people come into their private little town and ask them?
You're such a shit.
I'm sure that they will fucking receive us with open arms.
You're such a douche. Well, I'm not trying to like roll up in anywhere. I mean, I say not dangerous, and here we are trying to fucking find vampires, but
hey, we're not going to Detroit looking for vampires. Like, there's limits on this shit. I'm going to tourist areas looking for vampires.
Yeah.
Going somewhere where the cops know my dollars matter.
You're a dork.
Can't let things happen to the tourists here. What about in Detroit? Nobody cares. The wild dogs in Detroit eat homeless people.
Ugh.
Yes.
Is Detroit that bad?
Yes.
No. I've not been, and have no desire to go.
Their homeless population's gone down quite significantly. Sounds
like the dog population maybe is rising, though.
Oh yeah, it's tremendous. Tremendous. It's scary, even.
Lord.
That'll correct itself in time too. But yeah, no, the New Orleans trip for vampires is going to be fun. There's some other things that we can do. I think will be interesting. Swamp monsters, shit like that. We can go look for it. Werewolves. We can go hunt for them.
Fairies.
Bigfoot. Fairies.
Loch Ness Monster.
I'm confident we'll find some fairies. We got a trump card on that one.
We do actually know where to find them.
Yeah, everybody does. You just you gotta have the balls to go down there and say it. But it's gonna be fun, man. Like, and if you're listening to this now and you have a suggestion of something you think we should go look at, let us know.
Yeah.
We go look
what do you want us to go check out?
Yeah. The Brown Mountain Light. That would be cool.
The Brown Mountain Light. What's that?
I believe it's in North Carolina. I think it is. It might be in Virginia. It's Brown Mountain. And when you get up to a certain elevation at this one point, there's this mountain over there, and it has lights that come up on the mountain. There's nothing over there. There is no highway. No one lives there. It's a national park. It's nothing. And they just show up. Like, there's lots of places like that, like Bray Road, the Beast of Bray Road, what they made that kind of crappy independent horror movie about. That's a real thing.
You know what else would be cool is, I mean, it's a little bit different from, I guess, the path that we're talking about with all this, but like, do you remember like in Ohio or something, there's like old pyramids or something underground?
That's in Tennessee.
But
they buried them. The TVA buried them. They found Egyptian artifacts, and TVA built a fucking dam on top of it. See, that's cool. We're gonna pour a lot of concrete here now.
But there's something that's not covered, and I feel like it's in Ohio. I'll have to look it up, but that would be pretty cool. Like, I don't know.
If we had real funds, we'd go to China, the Valley of the Pyramids in China, where there's hundreds and hundreds of these pyramids that nobody talks about, and China doesn't let anyone do. It's just like a small rural town. Oh yeah, that would be fun. They just found a whole city in Honduras, in the jungle. There used to be the city of gold and treasure, and the cloud people lived there, and all this other kind of stuff. People are like, this is a stupid treasure hunter story. Well, they did a LiDAR scan of the jungle, and they fucking found it. Advanced waterways, cities, stadiums, housing districts. Like, they're like, what the fuck is this?
I'm telling you, the more we learn, the less we know. Like, it's just, it's amazing.
It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit.
This planet is big, and it's old.
Mm-hmm. No. There's crazy things out there that have just been forgotten.
Mount Shasta would be a fun one.
Mount Shasta would be fun. There's
that would be fun.
The Lemurian people that live under Mount Shasta.
I actually have a new I've got a massage lady now because I joined this membership at this massage place because I'm getting old and shit. And she's from the Shasta area. And she had no idea what I asked her. I was like, "Oh, what do you think about all this?" And she was like, she had never heard of anything before.
You ever heard of the Sierra recordings?
And she grew up there.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy if you grew up there. And
I don't understand that.
Taos, New Mexico, the Taos Hum. And just north of that, there's a valley in Colorado, which is like the capital of cattle mutilations.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a live place. Hey, it would be cool to maybe go camp somewhere where there have been some Sasquatch sightings. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, that's easy to find. There's so like the missing 411, there's a whole thing of abductions in there. And one of them is here in Tennessee, up at, what's the name of the valley? Everybody goes there to drive around that loop. Oh, come on, man. Think. Fuck. Brain fart. Anyway, yeah, there was a young girl taken from that as a school trip and abducted there. There's also rumors in the mountains of mountain people. Like it's a long-standing rumor that in a lot of these big national parks, there are wild, feral people who live there, and they just ignore them because they're dangerous.
Yeah. I've seen a bunch of TikToks on the Appalachian feral people. And,
we could just go out in the woods whistling and see what happens.
How about you do that? Remotely, I'll stay back. We could send a drone, take a drone with us, and we hear something, let the drone go do the the creeping. We'll just stay right here by the car. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something, man. No, there's plenty of good things, but I'm sure there's a lot of things people won't think of. Like one I used to think would be fun was Coral Castle, but I've been to Coral Castle, and the filming at some of these places that would be cool to go to is something else to take in because a lot of places won't let you film anymore. They won't yeah, you got to pay a fee, and it's like, man, stop. We're only helping making more.
Well, if it's too touristy, it's not even worth it anyway.
That's the sad part. It is really worth it because like Coral Castle, there's so many aspects of Coral Castle nobody talks about. They give you the love story and that this guy built it and he was a small dude. And nobody knows how he cut it or moved it. And they're like, we do know how he cut it and moved it. You don't know. You're making shit up. 100% making shit up. But the way he aligned things astronomically. And then he wrote this advanced book on like electricity and electromagnetism and how it works with the earth. And like people today still look at it and they're going, I don't know. I don't know. Advanced mind's like, listen, I'm not thinking he's wrong. I'm just saying I don't understand his math. Like I've never seen this. You're a fucking mathematician. It just shows how little we really do know. And vampires and werewolves are a good place to start. Definitely the vampires. Start with the vampires first. New Orleans vampires. We've seen an Interview with a Vampire. Let's go do it. They got a vampire bar, right? Like I'm gonna be pissed if we go to a vampire bar and there is no vampire there.
Well, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
honestly, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Because even if, the goal is to talk to a vampire, but we're gonna be talking to a bunch of weirdos, and it's gonna be fun.
Who's the bigger weirdo, them or us?
That's a valid question. That is a valid question.
We're gonna drive down there to talk.
Who is driving down to look for vampires? And who's just answering some weirdo questions?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hoping for a tip.
I know.
Yeah, it's. I tell you what, I had a guy try and shine my shoes down there. He gave me a great little spiel, and he's like trying to I don't shoot I don't want my shoes shined. I was like, but I like the pitch, and I gave him homeless guy $5. And my buddy, who put his foot up. He's like, yeah, I'll let you shine my shoes. And he's like, fantastic. And he's like talking, squirting his shoes, and they just kind of stay wet. And he goes, what is that? He's like, it's my piss. The guy's like. Dude's dying. He's like, what? He's like, it works better than anything. He's like, there's a lot of good chemicals in that. And he's still working on his shit.
He shined his shoes with his own urine?
He bought new shoes while we were down there. He's like,
I would say, yeah. Your feet smell good.
Get rid of those Kenneth Coles, huh?
Yeah. That's what we have to look forward to, buddy.
Don't wear anything too nice. That's the story.
No, I think the first time I went to New Orleans, because it was going to be summertime, I brought all my flip flops and sandals, and then learned the hard way that you don't wear open toe shoes on Bourbon Street. My feet were so black, and they never came out of my shoes. It's so gross.
Oh yeah, it's shit.
And if it rains,
vomit. Oh.
If it rains, you are.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It is disgusting. And you can just you could tell locals by how broken they are, and they just don't care anymore. They're walking through the street.
Yeah, I think that's one thing people don't realize. If you've not been down to Bourbon Street, New Orleans, on any given day, at any time of the day as you're walking down, you're gonna smell urine multiple times. You're gonna smell feces multiple times. They just do their business on the side of the road, and then once every couple of days, there's a street sweeper that comes through and sprays it all down and keeps going.
Well, the other thing is that it's below sea level, right? There's decaying organic matter. That city's built on bodies. You're catching also whiffs of dead things decaying.
A lot of sulfur smells and
You're getting dead things decaying. You're getting shit, puke, piss. I
can't wait.
I wish there was some way you could get people to smell they got to be there. Savannah's the same way. Until you get to the squares and it goes away. But when you get down to the party areas, it's
we'll have to describe it well.
I think we just did.
That's gonna be fun.
But... yeah, it clings to you. You smell it on your clothes. When you bring them out of bed, you're like, oh god.
It's like the smoke in a nightclub, only.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, anything fun to say to the people before we vamonos?
No, I can't really. My mind just keeps spinning because I'm still going through all the footage of the hospital. So every time my mind just wanders right now, I'm like, oh, I got to get back to that clip, or oh, I got to add this music to that clip, or oh, I got to put captions on that one. I just went through one this morning and I was laughing my ass off because we're coming out of this old operating room, and I just randomly said something, and then you start talking about chili dogs, and I was like, dude, it's not cool that you're freaking farting like this. And I was just like, what the heck? What kind of a ghost hunt is this? And then 10 seconds later, we turn all the lights off and it's black. And I'm like, what the?
To be fair, I should not have had chili dogs.
Yeah, exactly. You should not have had. There's no air. There's no
There's no
airflow. It's hot. It's summertime. We're in a 200,000 square foot closed up hospital, and you're just ripping them up and down the hallways. I'm over here what's that? And you're like, oh, that's my ass.
That's me.
Oh well, good times.
With that, adios.
Yep. Love you. Bye.
Bye.